All right. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Well, this is the last of it. This is the last few remaining parts that need to be cleaned up, oiled up, and reinstalled on the old Camelback drill press. So, without further ado, I'm going to get out the paint stripper and wire wheels and all of that. I'll probably run some of this through the parts washer first, get the excess oil and stuff on it, off of it. We'll get this all cleaned up, paint stripped, repainted, and we'll reinstall it on the Champion Blower and Forge 20-inch Camelback drill press. The spring action in this handle is somewhat sluggish. So I think I'm going to pop this tapered pin out, pull this apart, pull the guts out, and see if I got some sludge or buildup in the hollow cavity inside this this handle. At one time, there was more to this handle than meets the eye. That's broken off. So not sure what that's about. It's probably just, a regular handle shape on there, but that's gone, so I have to live without that. All right. Well, that came right out. Yeah. Come on, a little more. Get some pliers on that. I've had these old Craftsman slip joints for at least 55 years. When I was a kid, wrenching on bicycles and mowers and stuff like that, I saved up my money, went down to Sears and Roebuck and bought myself a basic tool kit, most of which I still have and still use. I'll just see if I can wiggle this pin out of here. That pin is pretty boogered up. I'm going to clean it up. I might have to make a new one. We'll just see how that goes. Come on out of there. That fought me a little bit. All right, other than some cleaning, that's probably going to be okay. This rod is just a little bit bent. I'm trying to straighten that out. Let's see here if I can get the spring to cooperate. There we go. Yeah, that compression spring is seen better days. I'll have to replace that. I don't know if you can see inside that bore or not, but it's pretty clean, and it doesn't go in very far. I think the whole thing's about 4 inches deep. Got a little chipping and damage right there, which is to be expected, but here's the top of that where the handle is broken off. And I'm beginning to suspect maybe at one time this drill press took a tumble, got knocked over or something, or something was run into it. I don't know, I'm just speculating, but yeah, maybe I should peruse the internet, run this part number, see if anything pops up. It'd be kind of nice to have the handle with all of the handle. Sorry about the glare coming through the door. It's that time of year. We get bright Arizona sun at noontime. The sun is straight overhead. I don't know if I'm keeping that in frame or not, sorry. Okay, I got all these parts gooped up with paint stripper, and it's already working its magic, so I'm just going to let this soak for a couple hours and then start the long and laborious process of cleaning all this up. I won't bore you with that. I mean, sitting here watching me strip off old paint and wire wheel rust. I may do a quick clip just to prove that I did it, but other than that, Yeah, all right. I'll bring you back when this is all cleaned up. It is about 3:40 in the afternoon. It is a balmy 90 degrees in the shop. I came out here kind of late this afternoon because I was servicing our heat pump unit, you know, for the summer cooling season. So I didn't get back out here till late in the afternoon, if you consider 3 o'clock late in the afternoon. Anyway, I had the shop closed up because I don't leave the doors open so desert critters don't crawl in here, primarily rattlesnakes. So, of course, the shop heats up when it's closed up, and so I got the portacool running to cool it back down. And right now, the stripper has done a good job bubbling up all this paint. So I'm just cleaning it off of here. Yeah, it's starting to get a little toasty. Humidity's down to 13% though, so that's a good thing. Okay, we've got clean parts ready for paint prep. This took me a couple of days. Mainly, it's because I'm out of evaporust. And I didn't want to make a special trip to town just to get evaporust. Couple of interesting discoveries. Brass. More brass. This handle obviously got broken and then brazed back on. As you can see, it's not exactly straight with the other one. This drill press has a story to tell. It took a hit. It either got knocked over somehow, or maybe a overhead gantry crane was coming by with an overhead load, and it didn't have a good tether on it or something, and it was swinging a little bit and knocked into this drill press, because this handle is broken off, this handle was broken off, and the stop handle for this is right here. The original one was cast iron. This one is shop built. So it was all pretty much in the same location. So this drill press took a pretty good hit. Broke the handle stop, broke the handle, and on the opposite side broke this handle off. So it could have fallen over. It had to fallen over face down, which is a bit of a stretch because all the weight's on the back side. All this stuff's on the forward side. Unless they were rigging it and lost control of it and it fell face down. Or like I say, a gantry load came by and nailed it. Either way. So as I get all this stuff back on, I'll go into that a little farther. See if we can't ferret out the details on that. I love vintage iron archaeology. Well, these little critters fledged and flew the nest. So I'll clean that nest out of there. Actually, I better not. Nancy will probably want to save it for an art project. So I better be careful. Well, there we go. I'm going to shine up some of the bare metal spots with some Flitz polish. Get them to shine a little better. And then we're going to go install all this over on the drill press. Sorry about the glare coming through the door. I've got to keep that open when I'm running the portacool. Can't tell if I'm aligned or not here. Got it aligned. I'll put this tapered pin back in. You guys should have yelled at me. I was hammering on the cast iron gear with a ball peen hammer. I put a light skim coat of oil around the boss and inside here, even though these are going to lock onto a shaft. Whoops, I got to align that set screw right there. Excuse me. Anyway, I was saying, I put a skim coat of oil on this shaft. Even though this handle locks on it, doing that as a corrosion prevention more than anything else. Sorry, my big head is in the way. I'll probably come back and throw some blue Loctite on all of these set screws just to help hold everything in place. Okay, got smooth action there. Well, if I remember correctly, this assembly was kind of a mouse trap. A lot of parts that can fall apart all at once. Sorry if my head's in the way, I got to be able to see in there. This block goes in there, and this plate goes over the top. I'm going to put a bolt in it and see if I can see the holes. Boy. That's something. I'm going to have to go back and watch some earlier videos. Remember how all this works. I was conjecturing at that time that this was all part of an auto feed system. It may be part of an auto feed system, and I might be missing some parts. I think that goes like that. Anyway, I'll have to go back and watch the earlier videos. I know this goes here. All right. Yeah, it's all kind of coming back to me here. That's what engages. Yeah. I'll have to review some earlier videos and remember how to adjust all this. I think I better go ahead and tighten this up. It still slides in there. All right. There we go. Good. I still lined up on that flat. Not quite. Should have marked that too. Yeah, again, I'm going to come back and put some blue Loctite on all these set screws once I get everything adjusted the way it's supposed to be. That's nice and smooth. That's nice and smooth. So I'm going to spend a few minutes trying to refigure out this assembly right here, and I'll bring you back. I went back and I checked video number 5 on the playlist. My number of videos and the numbering sequence on the playlist are out of sync because when I first started that playlist on this whole restoration series, I forgot about the 2 videos that I shot 3 years ago when I first went and picked this up and did the first walk around. So those 2 videos are number 1 and 2, but the restoration series, you know, the 3rd video starts as part 1. So I got it all dorked up. Anyway, video number 5. If you're interested, you can go back in the playlist and look at video number 5, and that's where I demonstrate how all this works. And of course, I got it all put together wrong. This needs to go to this bolt hole here. I had this bolted on backwards. I turned it around. So threads are a little loose in there. I might think about drilling that out and going the next size up. I'll wait and see. But anyway, let me take these 2 items apart and put it back together the proper way. So I'm rethinking the whole auto downfeed business that I've been blathering about in several of the videos in this series. What this whole mechanism is the fine feed, the fine down feed for more sensitive drilling. Instead of just grabbing the big handle here and woofing it down, or grabbing this one here and woofing it down, you can fine feed it with this. Right now, I have it in the locked position to engage the worm gear with this gear here. And if I don't want that engaged, I pull this spring-loaded handle, bring this up, or let it drop down rather, and then it doesn't engage anymore. It's just this. What I might do, there's only about a 1/16 of an inch right there, I don't know if you can see it, that engages that handle. And this, you know, spring tension holds it there. I might just file that a little deeper, just to be sure that that doesn't slip, you know, in the middle of an operation. But there you go. That's the fine downfeed mechanism. And this thing is operating really smooth. Well, I got a skim coat of super lube on this slide here. Let's see if I can get this all in here and lined up. Looks like I can. I'm gonna hurry up and get that pin in there. Well, it's a tapered pin that goes in from this side. You know, it'd probably help if I put the spring in here. I show it all. Take 2. I did a little work on that spring. Straightened it out a little bit. It's not perfect, but I think it'll be just fine. I can always change it later. This comes apart fairly easily. So, let's see here. All right, let's try getting this tapered pin in there again. This is one of them deals where you need 3 hands. Oh, I got lucky. Hey. Sorry from all the noise throwing the tools around. Well, that's better. Okay. Let's go put this over on the drill press. I think I should put this bracket on here first. This one is shop built. I think the original one was cast and got broken at some time or another when this drill press took a hit. I'm just going to snug that. I'll probably have to reposition it. Boy, that's right out at the end there. Oh, this is interesting. I didn't catch this when we were taking that apart. Number one, that spring's not strong enough. I'm going to show you what's going on here. That really doesn't engage that slot very well. I mean, I got to have a stronger spring to force that in there. But oops, sorry, I'm all over the map. I need a stronger spring to force that in there, but it just doesn't look like that lines up very well at all. I apologize for the glare. A couple of problems. It's not just the spring. This back side of that brass lever stops right there and won't let this come all the way down. So I need to notch that a little bit and then maybe file on this tenon right here so that will fit better into that slot. I'm pretty much convinced this drill press either fell over on its face, busted off this handle, busted off that handle, and broke this bracket that was originally cast iron, and they shop fabbed a new one. And probably damaged this as well, and they probably made a different one and didn't quite get it ground sufficiently to make all this work. It looks like somebody was beating on this with a ball-peen hammer at some time too. Anyway, I don't think it fell over on its face because it's too heavy in the back. I'm leaning towards a gantry crane load was coming by in the shop, and the guy on the tether wasn't paying attention, or they had something let go and something swung into this thing and hit it. Broke this handle off, broke that. Didn't hurt this flywheel, although you can see dings on here. And obviously the table's sticking out there. There's a dent right there. I'm thinking a gantry load, but I wouldn't rule out this thing falling over somehow as well. Anyway, I'm going to stop this one here because it's awful long. And when I bring you back, I'll have a solution to this and that all fixed up, because it's time to start on that thing. Geez, doesn't it look like a pig staring at you? Don't get me started on pigs. I've been down that road before. So thanks everybody for watching. If you're new here, welcome. I've got quite a few new subscribers recently. I'm over 900. So thank you for that. That all helps the channel analytics. And so new subscribers, please feel free to chime in the comments with everybody else that jumps in there. And for all my existing subscribers, as always, thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate it. As most of you know that I've been around for a while, I don't actively ask for subscriptions. I'd be doing this kind of stuff whether I had a YouTube channel or not. I just decided to, hey, I'm bringing people along for the ride. I'm not into this for anything. I'm not into it for money or anything else. I just like working on old iron and sharing what I'm doing. So I'm glad to share it with all of you. And so new subscribers, welcome. And with that, I'm going to sign off. We'll see y'all later on the next one, everybody. Thanks for watching.